This video is part 1 of Chapter 9, the Muscular System. In this video, we will learn about the 3 types of muscle tissue, their functions, and their general properties. Let's begin with the 3 types of muscle tissue. The 3 types of muscle tissue are skeletal, cardiac, and smooth. We will compare several aspects of these 3 muscle types, beginning with their location. Skeletal muscles are found attached to bones, cardiac muscle makes up the heart, and smooth muscle is found in the walls of hollow organs like the stomach and intestines, blood vessels, the eyes, and glands like sweat and oil glands. The cell shapes also differ. Skeletal muscle cells are very long and cylindrical. Cardiac muscle cells are cylindrical and branched, while smooth muscle cells are spindle-shaped. Striations are stripes or banded areas in cells. Skeletal and cardiac muscle cells have striations, while smooth muscle cells do not. The number and location of the cell's nuclei also differ. Skeletal muscle cells have multiple nuclei per cell, and they are located peripherally. Cardiac and smooth muscle cells have only one nucleus per cell, and it is found in the cell's center. Here we see images of each of the muscle type's cells. The skeletal muscle cells at the top right are long, cylindrically shaped with striations and have multiple nuclei located peripherally. At the right middle, we can see the branched cylindrical cells of cardiac muscle. They are striated, but have only one nucleus centrally located in each cell. At the bottom right, we see smooth muscle cells, which are spindle-shaped. They are not striated and have one nucleus in the center of each cell. The way cells attach to each other differ in each type of muscle tissue. Skeletal muscle cells do not have any special cell-to-cell attachments, while cardiac muscle cells have intercalated discs, and smooth muscle cells sometimes have gap junctions. Intercalated discs and gap junctions allow cells to communicate and contract simultaneously as a group. The 3 types of muscles also differ in their functions. Skeletal muscle allows body movement. Cardiac muscle pumps blood, and smooth muscle moves food through the digestive tract, adjusts blood vessel diameters and pupil size, contracts glands, and provides other functions. Skeletal muscle cells are not capable of spontaneous contractions, while cardiac and smooth muscle cells are capable of spontaneous contractions. Lastly, skeletal muscles are mainly under voluntary control, meaning we can consciously decide to contract a muscle. Skeletal muscles also involuntarily contract in the case of reflexes. All cardiac and smooth muscles are controlled involuntarily. I've provided this slide so that you can see all of the information on it. Now let's learn the functions of muscle tissue. First, muscle tissue functions to move our bodies because skeletal muscles are attached to bones. Secondly, muscles are responsible for maintaining posture. Skeletal muscles maintain tone, which is responsible for us being able to continue sitting and standing. Thoracic skeletal muscles and the diaphragm contract to allow breathing, so respiration is also a function of muscles. Fourth, muscle contraction produces body heat. Muscles also function in communication. Muscles are necessary for us to speak, gesture, and create facial expressions, all of which are forms of communication. Sixth, muscles function to constrict organs and vessels. This is necessary to propel food through the digestive tract, remove urine from the bladder, excrete from glands, and regulate blood flow. Lastly, muscles contract the heart, propelling blood through our bodies. Let's continue our study of muscles by learning their general properties. All muscles have these four properties. Contractility is the ability to shorten with force. For instance, lifting a textbook requires a certain muscle to contract or shorten, which then moves the bones that the muscle is attached to, and then this lifts the book. The next property all types of muscles have is excitability. This is the capacity of a muscle to respond to an electrical stimulus from a nerve. Extensibility means that a muscle can be stretched beyond its normal resting length and still be able to contract. For instance, if you stretch to reach a dropped pencil, your muscles are longer than they are normally, but you can still pick up the pencil. Elasticity is the ability to spring back to its resting length after a muscle has been stretched. This is similar to a rubber band that snaps back after being stretched. In this video, we learned about the three types of muscles, the functions of muscle tissues, and the general properties of the muscle tissues.